Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There's something I need to share with you today, something that feels incredibly urgent. It's something that's been weighing on my heart, and I believe it's time to speak it. I truly believe this message is important, and I hope you'll give it your full attention when you have the time. Have you ever felt a secret tug at the edges of your awareness, like a forgotten melody trying to find its way back to your heart? Something that feels older than time? A truth hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to remember? That's what we're going to explore today, together. Imagine your existence as an ancient, intricately carved door, seemingly locked for centuries. Behind this door lies something profoundly essential, something the world has been aching for, the real you. Not the you that you've been told to be, or the you that you've tried to mold yourself into, but the you that has been there all along, hidden beneath layers of expectations, doubts, and fears. This isn't about uncovering something common. It's about revealing something utterly unique, your intrinsic self. What if I told you that the key to unlocking this door lies not in striving, not in seeking, but in remembering? Remembering the essence of who you are, the unique melody that only you can play. It's a melody that has been waiting for its moment to emerge, to fill the silence with its extraordinary symphony. But before we can unlock that door, we need to address a pervasive lie that has taken root deep within us. The lie that tells us that the parts of us that don't fit, the edges that feel rough, the questions that refuse to be silenced, these are flaws, mistakes that need to be corrected. This lie has convinced us to shrink, to silence our inner voice, to conform to a world that craves uniformity. It has made us believe that belonging means erasing the very things that make us unique, that make us us. But here's the truth, and it might feel startling at first. Those jagged edges, those unrelenting questions, those moments of discomfort, they are not errors. They are points of entry, places where the world is trying to reach you, where you are meant to leave your mark. Have you ever felt a shift in the atmosphere when you speak your truth, when your presence disrupts the status quo? That's not coincidence. That's resonance. You, my friend, are a rare instrument emitting a frequency that doesn't always harmonize with the world's dull rhythm. But what if you've never been out of tune? What if the world has simply forgotten how to listen to anything that doesn't fit its narrow definition of acceptable? You are not here to fit neatly into pre-existing boxes. You are not here to shrink to make others comfortable. You are here to play your melody, to unleash the symphony that has been waiting within you. And the most exhilarating, terrifying truth is this: no one can teach you how to play your melody. No guide, no system, no guru can give you the exact steps to take because your melody has never been played before. It's entirely yours. That's why it can feel lonely sometimes, walking a path that hasn't been carved out yet. But here's the secret that most people miss. Loneliness is not the absence of connection. It's the birthplace of it. The people who will understand you, who will resonate with your frequency, they are not waiting for you to change or shrink or become more palatable. They are waiting for you to play the first note. That sound, that melody, it's not in the future. It's not waiting for you to become someone else. It's already here, in the way you move through the world, in the way your thoughts refuse to be confined, in the way you notice things that others overlook, in the way you feel things so deeply that it almost feels unbearable. These are not weaknesses. They are signals, beacons to those who are listening, even if they don't know it yet. Take a moment to notice, to feel the way your body responds to these words. There's a reason for that response. You are touching something ancient, something that has been waiting to be seen, to be acknowledged. And this is just the beginning. Beyond this door lies something so vast, so magnificent, that it might scare you if you allowed yourself to fully see it. So let me be the first to say, before your mind tries to run away, you are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not just one person in a sea of billions. You are a force, not in the way the world defines power, but in your ability to create, to see connections that others miss, to hold truths that feel too heavy for most. That's not easy. It's not glamorous, but it's necessary. And it is why you are here. Not just here in this moment, listening to me. I mean here, in this world. You weren't placed here by accident. There is something about your specific frequency that was desperately needed, right here, right now. You are a vital piece of the puzzle. If you weren't here, it wouldn't work. There are no small roles, only small actors. And that thing about you that the world needs, that specific frequency, I don't mean that in some abstract, vague way. I mean that in a very precise and specific way. You are not here to save the world. The world does not need saving. It needs changing. It needs remembering. And that's what you are here to do. You are the what if of your ancestors. You are the physical manifestation of the change they prayed for. And the question is, what are you going to do with that inheritance? I know you felt it before. Those moments when you've seen beyond the surface of things, when you knew deep down that the world was not as rigid as it pretends to be. Maybe it was when you broke away from something that tried to define you, or when you said no to something that everyone else accepted. Maybe it was even something so small that no one else noticed. But you did. Those moments are the cracks. And you, whether you realize it or not, are the light that shines through. That light acts as a signal for others, a beacon in the darkness. It's not something you have to find or earn. It's already within you. It's how you respond in those moments that matters. Speak your truth. Act with authenticity. It's been said so many times before that it's almost lost its impact. But remember, you are here to change the world, not to let the world change you. The parts of you that you have been told to hide, to suppress, to shame, those are your powers, your doubts, the questions that the world needs you to be asking, your fears. They are invitations to go deeper, to see what's on the other side. Your pain, it's proof that you are alive, that you are capable of feeling, that you are connected to something so much larger than any of us. The world doesn't need perfection from you. It doesn't need you to be invincible or unshakable. What it needs is your presence, your willingness to show up, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, because that is what changes things. Not grand gestures, but the quiet, persistent act of being exactly who you are, unapologetically. Here's one of the secrets to how life really works. The world you see, the chaos, the division, the suffering, it's not the full story, it's just the surface. Beneath it, there is a pattern, an architecture, and that architecture is alive. It is constantly shifting, responding, and reshaping itself based on the energy that you bring to it. Every thought you think, every choice you make, every action you take, it all ripples outward, affecting the reality of what is possible. This isn't magic. It's not wishful thinking. It's physics, cause and effect, resonance. When you see the world differently, the world itself begins to change. Not all at once, and not always in ways that are obvious. But slowly, steadily, the fabric of reality starts to reweave itself around your energy. And that's why your presence matters, why your perspective matters, because you are a part of this living architecture. And what you do sends out ripples that reach so much further than you can ever see. But understand this, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are not here to heal every wound or solve every problem. You are here to tend to your piece of the pattern. What is your piece? It's the thing that you cannot stop thinking about. The thing that keeps calling to you, even when it feels impossible or completely out of reach. It's that dream that scares you because it feels too big, too strange, or too different. That is your piece. And no one else can tend to it the way that you can. You don't have to do it perfectly, and you don't need to know everything in advance. You just need to begin. Because here's the truth that will carry you through. The act of showing up is the change. The act of saying yes to the thing that is calling you, even if your voice shakes, that is what shifts the pattern. And you won't do it alone. That's the other truth that I need you to take with you. For every moment that you have felt isolated, there have been others. People you've never met, people who have come before you, and people who will come after you, who have carried the same questions, the same fire, the same unstoppable hope. You are not separate from them. You are part of a lineage, a web, a living ecosystem of changemakers. Some of them are sitting quietly in rooms, wondering if they were the only ones to feel this way. And someday, maybe sooner than you think, you will find each other. And when you do, something incredible will happen. You will realize that what felt like your own private burden was never just yours. It has been shared all along, across time and space, by people who dared to dream that something better was possible. So here's what I want to leave you with. You are not here to be confined and defined. You are not here to dim your light so that the world can be more comfortable in the darkness that it has grown accustomed to. You are here to disrupt, to reimagine, to reshape. Whether it's something as small as the way that you carry yourself through your day-to-day life, or something as grand as a global movement. You already have everything that you need to begin, and that's all it takes. To begin, step into your silence, step into your questions, step into the unknown with your whole glorious, imperfect self. Because you are not just one person, you are an echo, a ripple, a continuation of everything that has ever dreamed that something more is possible. And the world is listening. Now it's your turn. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.